Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. In this video, I'm going to create this soft glam makeup look that is appropriate for day as well as nighttime, and with the help of Nykaa's newly launched Skingenius Correct and Conceal. Actually, it's not pretty new because I'm late to post this video, I know, but I'm pretty sure by now there are tons of videos on the review, but these are just what my thoughts are. So if you like this look, please keep on watching. So as always, I'm going to be hydrating and priming my face with MAC's Fix Plus in the coconut flavor, and I'm just smoothing that all over my face. And for my primer, I'm going in with PAC Pore Primer, and I'm especially concentrating on places where my pores are large. Now for the concealer, I'm going to use new Nykaa's Skingenius Correct and Conceal, and this is in the shade Medium 02. The first one is a little light brown, then you have a darker brown, then that's a orange color, and then that's a peachy color. You get a little darker peachy and a straight up yellow. So I have already primed my eyelids with Cetaphil eye cream that I used because my eyelids are pretty dry, and I'm going to use that orange color all over my eyelid and as well as the under eye area. Now my eye area is generally super pigmented and dark, and now no matter how much sleep I get, genetically the eye area is pretty dark, so I normally stick to like a peachy concealer, but I use the color correcting orange over here, and then I'm going to go straight in with the yellow color. Now this yellow is so yellow and a little too yellow for my skin tone, to be honest. I cannot use this like a highlighter. I have to mix it with the orange or the peach color to create my perfect concealer. Now the texture of this concealing palette is super creamy, and if you're like a dry skin person, you're going to love it. Then I'm just using the tiny bit of orange around the areas where I feel a little darker in shade or wherever I have pigmentations, and I'm just adding tiny bit of the yellow to mix with the orange to balance it out. Then I'm just pressing the color into my cheek area. For foundation, I'm using L'Oreal's Infallible Pro Matte in 107 because I chose this foundation because it's pretty matte and I didn't want the cream on cream to move too much on my skin, because the concealer is super creamy and my skin has started becoming oily with all the humid atmosphere that we have outside, and since I've stopped the medication, my skin is coming back to its normal phase. Nevertheless, it's a very good dupe of MAC's Studio Finish Concealer. Now the entire palette by MAC costs you about 3,400 bucks, while this one is about 1,200, which is like superbly reasonable palette. So I would definitely recommend this concealer palette, and I'm really happy with the performance of it. To cream highlight my face, I'm using NYX's HD Concealer in Beige. Now I chose this concealer because it's light in texture as well as color, unlike the yellow that is there in the Nykaa palette. While this is a more lighter in texture, and the color of that yellow is very deep for my skin. It looks a little too stark if I just apply that yellow, while this color is pretty light. And also I prefer my highlight creams to be more light in texture rather than heavy creamy texture like the palette concealer. To set everything, I'm using a NYX's HD finishing powder in the shade Banana. And now for the contouring, I'm going to use the darker brown, the darkest brown that's there in the palette, and I'm just going to use it very little. I don't need it too much, I feel. I know we all love that strong contour that we see in the Instagram makeup videos, and honestly speaking, it's really entertaining and I enjoy it myself. But if you ask me, in person, it looks a little bit stark, and that type of contouring looks more nicer in camera, or you can say where there is a lot of lighting. I know in this video there is too much lighting, or I don't know, there was some technical issue with my camera, and that's why I'm looking so white and pale and my colors were not that nicely visible. So I'm really sorry about that. But apart from that, I wanted to say is that contouring looks really nice, like subtle like that. In person you will look more natural, but if you are going for that photographic high contouring, you should definitely go. You should do what makes you happy. It's just my personal opinion. So this contour was really nice to blend with the mix of brush as well as fingers. The fingers work better over the matte foundation. Like you can see, the nose contour is really making my nose look quite nice and naturally contoured. Then I'm using NYX's matte bronzer in deep tan just to set it, very tiny amount, you don't need too much. But yeah, I mean, because I don't like it when the contour looks like a brown patch, and I'm most of the time really scared of, my contour looking like I have a patch of brown on my cheeks, and rather than, getting that beautiful chiseled look. Just setting my eyelids with NYX's hashtag no filter powder in medium olive, and then I'm going to take NYX's Lid Lingerie palette, and I'm using that orangey neutral color in the crease, and I'm just going to create a very light crease definition. I want my eyes to be super subtle. I know a lot of people have been asking me for this kind of eye look, like it's super subtle and you just have like a nice um, pearly eyeshadow and just a little bit of soft smokiness towards the end. So here I'm using MAC's Kohl Teddy, and I just want to create that tiny bit of smokiness just at the outer corners. I have just drawn a V, and it doesn't have to be perfect because we are going to be smudging that out anyway. So I'm taking this brush and I'm going to smudge it out. This is the smudging brush from Real Techniques, and it doesn't have to be perfect. You can even blend it with your fingers, but I just wanted to create that perfect V, almost wing eye look. And I'm going to set that with the same brown color, the dark brown color from the palette. I'm just not blending it out as of now, just letting it set the kohl. I'm using MAC's Veluxe Pearl eyeshadow in Woodwinked, and my brush is wet with Fix Plus, and you will just see how pretty and foiled it looks on the eyelids. Like, it's so beautiful. I used to use Woodwinked dry, but I realized when you use this with the wet brush or like a Fix Plus in your brush, and you know just use it over the eyeshadow, I'm telling you guys, it's going to look so beautiful. Now I'm just blending out the brown and the beautiful bronzy Woodwinked color. I think Woodwinked is more like a bronze color with tons of gold, or it's like a gold color that has bronziness to it. It's a beautiful eyeshadow. I think it complements Indian skin tone so very well. I'm just defining my crease a bit more, just blending it out. Then I'm going to use Maybelline's Colossal Kajal in Super Black, and I'm just tightlining my upper eyelids, and I'll be using this on the outer lower waterline as well, but not completely on the waterline, more like on the outside. Then I'm taking MAC Steady again and applying it on the lower lash line and not on the waterline, just to smoke it out a bit. This is going to help us give us the subtle smoking rather than the stark smokiness which a black will give us. Max Kohl in Teddy is a very amazing product, and if you want that, faux liner, or like you want to make your makeup look extremely natural, like you have almost nothing, you can discreetly apply this brown liner, and it will make your eyes look really beautiful and wide. It's If you're that someone who loves that natural look, you are going to love Mac Teddy. Then I'm taking a little bit of the Colossal Kajal and just darkening my waterline. And then I'm setting my nose contour with the same bronzer. Just go very lightly. Then I'm dusting off that excess baking powder that I applied on my face with this brush. And I'm going to be applying my Body Shop Big and Curvy mascara on my lashes. I have not even curled my lashes, you guys, because I just wanted a very subtle, natural looking lashes. Now, if your lashes are short and you feel like they don't open up your eyes, definitely curl them. I'm a little lazy when it comes to curling the lashes. Then I'm adding tiny bit of the MAC Teddy Kohl and smudging it out towards the inner corner. Then I'm using MAC's cream color base in pearl to highlight. Now this is one of the most amazing product you will ever get, because it's like a strobing balm which looks so natural and subtle. Now if you ask me, in my day-to-day life, I just wear this little bit on the high points of my face and I'm good to go. I don't even set it, and it does last me pretty good time. But for the camera, I'm going to be using Maybelline MasterChrome in Molten Gold, and the shade, oh my god, this highlighter is just so beautiful. Like, I think I have found two of my most favorite highlighting products, and I can't wait to use this Molten Gold on my eyelids as well. So there'll be a look on that as well, so stay tuned on my channel. But speaking of MAC's cream color base, it's just amazing because it's super creamy and it just looks like your skin has that natural light, like the light is hitting on that high point and it's just glistening. Then I'm using MAC's Matte Blush in Coppertone just to add some color to my cheeks. And then I'm going to be using NYX's Dewy Setting Spray for that beautiful dewy glow. And for the lips, I'm going to use Nykaa's Matte to Last liquid lipstick in Madras Kappi. And this is like an amazing liquid lipstick. Like, if you haven't tried this, you have to try it. Like, if you've not heard of them, I'm pretty sure you're living under the rock and you have no idea that these are out. You have to give these liquid lipsticks a try because they're amazing. And I'm not sponsored, by the way. This is the finished look. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial come first impression sort of review, like a mini review I would say. But I really enjoyed making this tutorial and I hope you enjoyed watching me. And if you found this useful, do share it with your friends, subscribe to my channel, comment down below, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.